As I'm planting the tree, Jim's gonna kind of talk about what I'm doing and why I'm doing it and why it's important and those sort of things. And so we got three trees here today. These are Osage Orange trees. A lot of people call them hedge trees, but these are actually thornless and fruitless varieties of Osage Orange. So if you've ever been to Grandma and Grandpa's farm or out in the country and seen the hedge trees with the big thorns on them, and the great big round green hedge apples. This is the same type of tree, except it doesn't produce the green hedge apples and doesn't have the thorns on it. So these trees, we planted quite a few of them at Massey Park, and they have done extremely well. I think it's one of the best trees for this area. So we're going to go ahead and start the tree planting. If everybody wants to kind of come up and circle around the hole here, make sure and leave enough room where I can work, and then Jim and I will stand over here by the trees and talk to you. And if you have any questions, just ask.
Jeff, I think they got you surrounded. You might as well give up right now.
I give up. Okay.
Yeah. One thing we have found out over the years, if you do not plant a tree right, you can end up having problems way down the future. So it's critical that we plant the tree properly to begin with. One problem we've had in the past is we've planted trees too deep. Tree roots need oxygen just like we do. If you plant it too deep, you do not have an unhealthy root system.
Well, I brought a stick here, and what I'm doing is the park employees have already went down. They found what's called a flare root right here.
Jeff, I can show you what the flare root is.
There you go. Okay.
It's right here where the stem and the roots come together. So this is how deep you want to plant this tree. Another problem with the container grown trees, what Jeff is planting, is that the roots tend to circle right inside that container. And if you plant it with the roots circling, the roots will continue to circle. So it's important to rough the ball up to make sure that the roots will spread out. What Jeff will do is take a saw and just kind of rough up that root system. This is what how a root system should be spread out. Root systems spread out horizontally, looking for water, looking for soil nutrients. Some people think that the tree roots go way down deep to get water and soil nutrients. That's not the case. The roots that go down deep are anchoring roots.
If you look at this tree ball here, it has roots that are going around where the bucket was at. And we don't want that, so what I'm going to do is saw them in half.
Okay.
Like I said, if Jeff didn't do that, then roots will continue to circle. And consequently, that's going to be bad for the tree.
Okay, now.
The next thing, of course, he is going to start backfilling around the tree, putting some soil around the root system.
Chris, can you hold this for me?
How many of you school kids here have helped plant a tree? Show of hands. Hey, we got a lot of tree planters in the crowd. That is great.
What am I doing all the work for?
There we go. We've got a lot of people that can be planting trees here, Jeff.
So what Chris is doing is holding that tree upright so we make sure it's straight up and down. Right.
After Jeff gets partway done here with the backfill, they're going to water the tree in good, and that's important. Tree roots need water. Also, you don't want to have any air pockets around the tree root system.
Now I'm going to leave the dirt a little low, and the reason for that, I don't want the water running out.
Yeah, he can't pull that much. He just poured the whole thing.
Newly planted trees need to be watered on a regular basis, and the interval just depends on the weather conditions. If it's hot and dry, they may have to be watered once a week. If we get some cool weather, if we can get some rain, maybe 10 days to 2 weeks, something like that. But it's important to make sure that they do have plenty of water during the first 3 years of their life.
I figured that water would go way quicker than that. Well, we'll go ahead and finish filling now.
After Jeff completes the backfill here, we've got a couple of other steps we need to do. One, we need to stake the tree. Do we have any wind here in Kansas? No, not a bit, huh? Newly planted trees here do need to be staked. The reason for staking the tree is to keep the root system from moving. We want the top to move because that kind of makes for a strong stem, but we don't want the root system to be moving.
Now we're going to let that water soak in, and we're going to go ahead and put our stakes in. And then we're going to come back and put even more water on it. These are steaks for those of you thinking about getting ready to cook a steak.
I like mine medium rare, Jeff.
That would be gross. I thought it was like a...
Hey, don't get your fingers up here, please. I'll show you.
Well, it supports the tree. Yeah. Oh, they put it on.
You're going to make a little tile. Okay, I'm going to put a little piece of tubing on this wire because I don't want this wire hurting this tree. So I'm going to take a little piece of rubber tubing. Chris didn't give me a very straight wire. I got it.
The one thing with these stakes, they should be left on for a full year. So about this time next year, you can come by and the Parks Department will be taking the stakes off of the tree. The tree should be well established by then.
Another thing I like to do right away is get all this stuff off of these trees because this will actually girdle that tree if we leave it on there. It means it'll basically sort of sink into the bark. The bark will try to grow around it. And what this thing will do is it'll stay tight and it'll keep the water flow and the nutrient flows from happening like it's supposed to. Jim, do you want to tell them about this tree rebate?
Yeah, I was going to say, you see that tag on there, the city does have a tree rebate program where you can get rebate up to $50 for planting a tree here in the city of Hayes. The trees have got to be on a certain list, and they do have to be planted within the city limits. The city provides about $12,000 for this program. So I do want to thank the city for helping get trees planted in the ground.
Can we cut it?
tell it to roll away. Remind me not to do that.
The tree has kind of grown into this a little bit, so we're going to do a little maneuvering. There we go.
Can I have that?
Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to tie off to my stake.
Taste always makes sense. Guys, keep your hands out that.
Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this soft rubber piece where I'm going to touch the tree at is where the soft rubber piece is going to go. Okay? And I'm not going to do this real tight, but I'm going to do it tight enough where it'll help that tree stay upright. So for now, I'm just going to do 1 or 2 little baby twists around it, call it good. And then we'll move on to the next one over here.
Oh yeah, I've seen this like yeah.
Yeah, it hasn't been working really good there, has it?
This happened at
I think you cut me too short, Chris.
Make your bags and your mouth function.
Real life.
Yeah.